You probably have, like, a graveyard on your hard drive right now.
Oh, definitely. We all do.
Right. A hidden folder full of half-written business plans, or maybe a dusty $1,000 camera sitting on a shelf somewhere. Welcome to today's deep dive, where we're, digging into a stack of psychology research papers and classic books on creativity.
Yeah, and we're trying to figure out why your own brain actively sabotages your potential.
Exactly. Because it's so easy to just blame saturated markets or, a lack of free time for those stalled projects.
It is, but when you look at the underlying research, the primary cause of that inaction isn't actually a lack of resources. I mean, it's the dark psychology of self-doubt. It's just that quiet, lingering fear of not being good enough.
Which is wild, right? Because I'm trying to wrap my head around the physical mechanism here. On the surface, self-doubt feels like a malfunctioning home security system.
A malfunctioning security system.
Yeah, like a smoke detector that triggers a complete lockdown of the house. But it literally can't tell the difference between a 5-alarm fire and me just burning a piece of toast. So, why is the human brain treating a blank Word document like a lethal threat?
Well, because to your ancient brain, it actually is a lethal threat.
Wait, really? A lethal threat?
Yeah, seriously. If we go back a few thousand years, human survival depended entirely on staying in the good graces of the tribe, If you stood out, took a risk, and failed, you faced social rejection.
And getting kicked out of the tribe basically meant you starved.
Right, or you got eaten by a predator. So your amygdala, which is the brain's alarm system, it evolved to equate social risk with literal biological death.
Oh, wow. So when I sit down to write that business plan, my brain isn't rationally thinking, well, what if the ROI is low?
Not at all.
It's subconsciously thinking, if this fails, the tribe is going to banish me, and a saber-toothed tiger is going to eat me.
Precisely. That is why self-doubt isn't, a personality flaw. It's a highly effective defense mechanism that's just doing exactly what it was designed to do.
Keep you safely hidden in the cave.
Exactly.
But surely that biological glitch corrects itself eventually, right? Like, if the fear is based on this primitive anticipation of failure and exile, then logically, the moment you achieve actual success, your brain gets the memo.
You would think so.
Yeah, you get the promotion, or you publish the book, the tribe applauds, and the smoke detector shuts off.
You would really assume so, but the biographies in our source stack prove otherwise. Like, look at Stephen Pressfield's book, The War of Art.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah, and he outlines this malevolent active force he calls resistance. And before he hit it big, this resistance was so intense that he physically ran away from his typewriter.
He ran away.
Literally. He lived in the back of a van working odd jobs because the fear of failing at his true passion was just overwhelming to him.
Living in a van is a pretty extreme way to avoid a keyboard, I have to say.
Right. And reaching the absolute pinnacle of success doesn't cure it either. Take Maya Angelou, for example.
Maya Angelou had self-doubt.
Severe imposter syndrome. I mean, she wrote 11 books and became a global literary icon, yet after every single publication, she would think, uh-oh, they're going to find out now. I've run a game on everybody.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah, the undeniable evidence of her survival and success never permanently shut off her brain's alarm.
Well, if 11 celebrated books couldn't convince Maya Angelou's brain that she was safe, that implies we're, approaching this completely backward.
How so?
We're all waiting for the fear to leave before we start. We think confidence has to precede action.
Right. And that is the biggest myth society tells about success. The psychology research we reviewed is super clear here. Action is what builds confidence, not the other way around.
Interesting.
Yeah, taking the action is the only way to give your brain real-world evidence that you didn't die. By acting despite the fear, you are actively retraining that ancient alarm system.
Which perfectly brings up the strategy from Elizabeth Gilbert's Big Magic.
Oh, I love that one.
It's so good. Instead of trying to banish the fear, which we now know is basically biologically impossible, she treats it like a passenger in a car.
A passenger?
Yeah, so she acknowledges it, and she tells the fear it's totally allowed to come along for the ride, but she sets strict boundaries.
Right, like ground rules.
Exactly. The fear is never allowed to touch the steering wheel, and it definitely cannot touch the radio.
I love that. By doing that, you essentially strip away its power. You accept the biological reality of the fear without letting it dictate your destination at all.
Right. You're no longer fighting your own brain. You're just kind of managing it.
Yeah.
So for you listening, try testing this psychology on your own cemetery of unfinished dreams today.
Just take 10 minutes today. That's all. Do the very first step of a stalled project.
Open the blank document or, register that domain name you've been sitting on.
Your hands might be shaking, but now you know why. It's literally just your amygdala trying to keep you in the cave.
Exactly. And consider this idea to leave you with today. If self-doubt is simply your brain reacting to the edge of your comfort zone, what if those intense moments of fear aren't warning signs telling you to stop?
Oh, that's a really good point.
What if they are actually a biological compass needle pointing directly toward the exact work you are meant to do? The fear means it matters. So, like Elizabeth Gilbert says, let it ride shotgun and just take the wheel.